Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time now for the nation's sharpest opinion. The world is on edge, ladies and gentlemen. Israel says it will extract a price from Iran when the time is right. America has increased its deployment and moved troops to the Middle East. Iran's attack on Israel, whether in retaliation of the attack on its consulate in Damascus or in retaliation towards a trigger they have waited for, has destabilized the entire region. As I see it, this is a significant moment because Iran, which has through time since its establishment as the Islamic Republic of Iran in 1979, never got into a direct escalation with Israel. And in that case, this is a first. But to think that Netanyahu will not go with the advice of his war cabinet to respond, to think that he will cave in despite the US being very proactive since the attack, is also hoping against hope. He's also under political pressures, domestic pressure. My view is that there will be an Israeli response in some form. But the larger concern is whether this moment will trigger a World War III. Because let's remember, both World War I and World War II began as regional conflagrations between nations. World War I was between two kingdoms before becoming a full-blown international conflict. My view is that we cannot rule out an escalation. We have to watch extremely closely because on both sides are very, very militarized and very, very determined nations. Let's take a look.
Iran launched an unprecedented attack on Israel. It fired around 350 projectiles at Israel, bringing in a new phase of tension, uncertainty, and confrontation in the Middle East. The attack was in response to a suspected Israeli strike on the Iranian consulate in Damascus earlier this month.
اینه که قدردان ارزش اقدام مسئولانه و متناسب جمهوری اسلامی ایران باشند و به جای انتخاب الفاظ و عبارات نامتناسب.
Hours after the attack, 17 Indians on board Israeli-linked vessel were captured by Iran.
Yesterday night, I spoke to my Iranian counterpart. We are making the point to the Iranian government that these people should be released, that they should not be detained. You know, I would absolutely press for these people to come back to India.
Israel has accused Iran of spreading terror.
On Saturday, Iran itself overtook a Portuguese boat. And on that Portuguese boat, because it's an international trading route, there are 17 Indian sailors on it that are now being held by Iran. They're terrorizing the region. They're terrorizing, other countries as well.
India shares deep strategic ties with Israel and Iran for decades, and it has been able to balance between the two sides. Israel happens to be one of the biggest defense suppliers to India. The partnership between the two countries has upscaled ever since Prime Minister Modi came to power. On the other hand, India's relationship with Iran is older. The Islamic nation, one of India's prime oil supplier. Is the Israel-Iran war a new headache for India? Is India caught in the middle again? Let's debate.